All right. This goes out. I've been doing this for a while. And this goes out to everyone that's been following me all these years. Thank you so much for sticking along for the ride. She had an old barrel house upright, what piano tuners call a birdcage. The too old to fix are beyond repair. They are only useful for tone-deaf fugitives and as muted decorations. There's always lots of trinkets on these piano bird cages. You know, pictures in frames, junk mail, a jar of pennies. And there's always a light coat of dust on the piano's driveway. Its lid is always down, so the black and white keys are sleeping like little gold dolls under a wooden blanket. I'm standing in my old hat, and she asks, "Do you know how to orchestrate what's such a contraption?" "Not very well," I replied. "I mean, I could out a few chords. But no ragtime rabbit out of the hat tricks." And it was almost like she was a man that just helped his buddy move, or just mowed many miles of lawns. Or it was like she was Stanley Kowalski in Streetcar Named Desire. Because she nonchalantly takes off her shirt. In this living of living rooms, of old furniture, and this unique antique lamp, which my suitcase is trying to have this big discussion about Hunter S. Thompson. But the lamp's not having it. She's naked. And the tramp is transfixed on her, because she can even turn on the lamp. She sits on the couch beside me, her back against the side armrest, and she stretches out her crickety bridge legs on top of my rushing river lap, flowing dangerously below her haunted legs, and the objects in my pocket have already turned to stone. "How have your travels been?" she asked while getting cozy. "Well, I saw Nelson Mandela speak in Trafalgar Square." "Well, how was that?" "Well, there were many birds flying overhead before, during, and after he spoke." "Well, what did he talk about?" This question leaves me breathless. I stare down at my old Adidas, my hands turn into cranes, picking her, bridging the gap legs off my flowing into Lake Ontario lap. And then I walk over to the piano as my shoes give weight, and she watches in opera house quiet. I sit at the circle rotating stool and I lift up its lid. In the bottom register, just below middle C, my left hand turns into an ignition, receiving the key. What the hell does this have to do with Nelson Mandela shit? I said, his son just died of AIDS, and I'm trying to remember this funeral march I know. Birds. Birds. Thousands of birds. Birds. Flock. Out of the barrel house's piano's cage. They flap around the room and out the window. She skates across the room, leans in and puts her palm on the outside of my pocket, feeling the outline of the stone. "What's this?" she asks. That's my Magic Hour Sailor songs. Her eyebrow goes up in a triangle expressing, "Don't be pulling my bridge." I try to explain. Each night at dusk, when it's too dark to look for food and too early to sleep, we sing in a repetitive, rhythmic, repetitive, repetitive, rhythmic, repetitive, rhythmic, repetitive, rhythmic, repetitive, tripping, the pierces the spirit was badass blues. She pulls out a harmonica from the river's mud, and she puts it to my teeth, and she whispers, smooth as a stone, you gotta play free as a migrating bird, like one who's been banned from religion, like love and the F word. And I do it each night for her, just so she knows whatever happens, this world is never, ever gonna make muted decoration out of me. Across the room, my suitcase is screaming at an antique lamp. So what, I was born to wander. Punk, you are so easily unplugged. Fugitives are on the run, but we're free. She had, an old barrel house upright, a piano tuner's call, a bird